Hi everyone, this is Valerie, your host today on this episode of Would You Rather. And today we're focusing on would you rather be criticized or would you rather be ignored? And with me, I have three special guests. We have...
I'm Grace.
I'm Yingxuan.
I am John.
Okay, so before we move on, we're gonna hit the streets and check out what Singaporeans have to say on this episode about cyberbullying.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Would You Rather. I'm Valen.
I'm Yingxuan.
So today we are at JCube having this street interview.
And so today we're going to find out from the Westsiders what do they think about social media criticism or feedback and how do they handle it.
So let's go! Hi, what's your name and what's your age?
I'm Liu Junming. I'm 12 years old.
I'm Ren and I'm 12 years old.
Okay, so for the question today is, have you ever get cyberbullied or do you encounter like your friends getting cyberbullying?
So last year I had this friend, like we were really close, and suddenly one day she started like talking like shit about me. She told her online friends like that I was copying her, and suddenly she started creating Instagram accounts and like posting my pictures and calling me a clown. And she also like her and her friends started they made a group chat to talk shit about me, and they were always they would send each other my pictures and edit them. I felt kind of sad because the girl that cyberbullied me enjoyed being her friend.
My name is Jin Jie. This year I'm 14. My name is Xavier and I'm 13 this year.
Have you ever bullied someone online before or put any negative comments on anyone, Instagram post, TikTok or anything?
No.
How about you?
No. I feel like if you do that, it's like very rude like it's just not right and then you give them like they won't put any more picture there anymore. Yeah.
In my head, I'm thinking about some negative comments, but I know it's not right to say or type it to comment on the post, so I don't comment negative thoughts on others.
So what if like one of your friend, like if you encounter one of your friend try to be anonymous and send hits to like another of your friend, what will you do?
I will just tell him and say this is wrong or not, but I will not want to be a part of any of his doings.
Or tell him to stop, cause like if you do that, like we influence more people to say that to him, then he will soon get most of it to be negative comment instead of positive.
So, first and foremost, okay, for the statistics, let's go with that first. Like in Singapore, I think that, with social media upcoming, teens are getting bullied. Okay, so we go with really personal one first, okay? So have you guys ever been cyberbullied before? Like any one of you, feel free to speak up.
I don't really take it personally, but when I was younger, right, I remember on Twitter, someone actually, like my classmate, she tweeted that she wanted to kill me or something. But I'm not someone that actually like take offense to anything. So I guess just I have to ignore it. I don't know.
So the way that you chose to like tackle the problem was to ignore like the comments and it didn't like affect you.
Because it's just words, like there wasn't any follow-up actions to it.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Yingxuan?
I think like recently or like last year, someone took like my pictures and post online. And then like in the past I would cry about it and got really sad, but now I don't care anymore.
So you felt sad. That was the personal like impact on you.
Like affected.
But do you like speak to anyone about it to like feel better or like no?
I did, but it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
Was it like your close friends or is it like your parents or like, I don't know, cyberbullying platforms that we have in Singapore? Like, do you reach out for help?
Friends.
Okay. So I guess they didn't understand your situation lah, per se. That's why.
Not really. They actually gave me a lot of advices and stuff like that, just that I couldn't take it in.
Because it affected you and like you couldn't get over the situation, like why that happened to you, why people want to be saying such hateful comments. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So let's keep all this in mind then. Let's move on to John first. Do you have anything to share with us?
I think when I was in primary school, Facebook was a big thing.
Right.
Facebook was a big thing. So we all created accounts and we didn't really use it. Everyone just wanted to go get on like that train of Facebook. And someone decided to make a group specifically just to hate one of my classmates.
Really?
We didn't know anything about it, and next thing you know, our vice principal is calling us into the office, and we're like, why are we here? It was actually just a group just to say just to hate on that person. But moving on to back to Yingshan, like, what was that account? I'm very curious. Like, was it like because they posted pictures of you, right? What was it a fan page, or was it more of like something that is just really like a hate account kind of?
It is a hate account.
Okay.
So they were commenting about like appearances, like or like your movements or what you do,
Like, technically everything.
everything. So do you feel like you were being watched, like constantly?
Yeah.
Right. So you feel like you were being stalked and everything. And I guess you are not the only one, right? Because like in the statistics in Singapore, many teens are getting cyberbullied. And I think like yourself, they don't know who to talk to or they don't feel any better about it. And mental health was part of the like negative effect, right? Especially when everyone is on social media right now. Like I read the statistics is that they spend 4 hours long for kids and teenagers to be on social media platforms. So I think it's really, for anyone out there that faces such issue, because there are more serious cases where it actually leads to like suicide and everything, but all the underlying cases, like what we face on a daily basis, affects a lot. Because like personally, we share maybe like on TikTok, right? I'm on TikTok, and then you do videos and then people will comment, right? What I chose to do is just to report the comment. Yeah, just to report the comment and like not act on it. And I'm glad to hear that none of you guys acted like on particular stuff, because I think personally, what do you think? What is the purpose of these people, cyberbullying online? Like, what do you think is their purpose? Why do they want to do this?
I think it's a projection. It's really something that they find negative about themselves and they project it on you. So I know for a fact, being on social media a lot, I realize a lot of people, like I usually read comments of other people's posts.
Right.
And I go into the comments and I'm seeing those people that hate comments like, oh, this probably fake, or this probably can't even do this in real life or something like that. And I go into their accounts and you start to realize what kind of things they post. They actually seem very miserable themselves.
I see.
Because you need to realize the logic between like going up to someone's page and going straight up and talking crap about them. It's quite a specific hobby. It's very weird.
I also think that maybe like they just think it's just a comment, because like TikTok, right, can just scroll, comment, they'll just forget that they even commented something maybe sensitive or insensitive to the person. So it's like they don't really like think too much into it, but they just like leave whatever is negative or positive comment.
I think they don't
So,
realize
like,
the severity of that comment. That's true.
Which is very tough because there are so many young people posting on TikTok. Maybe they just want some little bit of attention, a little bit of awareness, or to gather some support, but that is not what they got, right? Yeah. And that's quite damaging to especially a very young child, where they are just like developing and everything, and they don't know who can I talk to, because they don't have anyone to reach out to. They'll keep it to themselves. Then some even inflict cutting. Right.
Loss of
exactly.
Well, I think it's very important for parents in that case to sort of oversee, or rather guide people in that era. Because if you think about it, there's another view that I saw somewhere about how bullying has taken a whole new definition today, where we get very bruised up by words. But if you go back into the days of my parents or even my grandparents, you hear a lot of physical bullying instead. Right. You hear a lot of school bullying. You hear people getting locked in the toilets.
Correct.
You hear these things that they can't run away from. But if you think about it, social media is not the world. You could step away. You could step away from the whole idea of social media. If you turn off your phone, you won't see it. So,
right, but I don't think people will be turning off their
which
phone.
Is why it's
right
important
now.
for parents to sort of see and guide their children.
Yeah. And for Yingshan, right? So just now you mentioned that you face like episodes of cyberbullying, but have you ever thought like telling your parents about it?
After a very long time, I did told my family about it, and then they asked me not to care. So I just said okay but then right, I still cared about it, but after a while I matured and then I didn't care.
So you realize how to cope with like this kind of actions as you grow older.
Yeah.
Right. I see. But yeah, I think that parents should also be educated on how to resolve or how to handle such issues. Because sometimes, my mom always tell me, why did you experience this and you never told me before? Then I will always tell her, because you probably won't understand about it and you just brush it off, right? Yeah, do y'all feel that way?
I think some of them want to help. Like what you said, like they might not understand and they don't know how to help. They know how to brush it off because during their time,
they just repress, right?
This feels very
it's something normal. That's something that you could just leave it aside.
Social
and
media
like
is such a new thing.
Yeah, I think what parents want is for you to just confide in them. Maybe they just want to know more about what you do, what you're doing online and everything. But yeah, it's a little bit tough unless they get onto the social media themselves, right? Yeah. But there are a lot, right? And
actually, they handle it pretty well.
They handle it pretty well, I would say.
Because they don't even read the comments.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Yeah, they could just like brush it off. So I think that social media is a good tool, right? To put a message out there. And I have been scrolling TikTok. I think it's the main thing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, where comments are super easy, super fast, and you get viral. Like, even if you're nobody, instantly you get viral. You get what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, for the content that you're doing.
For certain trends, yeah.
Right. But some people get viral, the infamous viral and the famous kind of viral. So, yeah, is there anyone that, any episode that you have in mind that you saw, okay, maybe a particular story on TikTok that, the person just got a lot of hateful comments out of nowhere, like really out of nowhere, for no reason? Yeah.
I mean, there are always some that are aspiring. Aspiring singers or what, and they get hate immediately. It's always hard to get into it. They'll be like, who is this? Why are you even trying?
So do y'all think like with fame, definitely hateful, like you will get hated by?
I think this is just inevitable. It comes in a package. Like for the most recent case about Doja Cat and the Noah snap. You know that thing, right? Like,
yes.
It's like the DMs and then like they were like hating on Doja Cat because she called him out on live on TikTok, I think.
Yeah.
I don't really know about it, but I kind of read. So I don't know, they are attacking Doja Cat instead of like Noah. So like I don't know if it's fair and like I don't know. I was just thinking like if Doja Cat being like the older adult, is she actually like cyberbullying Noah in a way, or like I don't know because she just called him out, saying things like he's just like, something like immature or something, and like a dumb kid, and like
yeah, probably that could be an instance of like cyberbullying as well, and she's really a public figure, right? So yeah, I think that could be one of the case, or like there are a lot of like influencers in like Singapore. I think this entire comment thing is just for people to discuss, right? Your own. And also because it's anonymous, it's so easy to be giving those kind of comments. I think that anonymity gives you power, right? To be
it's an illusion, right? You're hiding behind the screen. You don't know who exactly this guy is. It's just an account. Yeah, I think it gives you that illusion that you have that power. It's a very coward-like thing to... But that's exactly why. What
about Ying Xuan? Do you have any other friends that have been cyberbullied before?
Any other friends? I don't think so. Because I never heard anyone talk to me about it before.
I think that's an important part, right? They could be, but no one to reach out to. That's why like in December in 2020, there was actually like a school case like in MOE. Right, so a little girl actually threatened to suicide, for suicidal thoughts, and the school had to take action about it. And it was a very slow process because I think she posted it many times, but no one took action about it. I think everyone just brushed it off.
So was it even cyberbullying? It was
Yeah.
literally within the school.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Correct, right? And she really attempted suicide. So yeah, with this entire, if she had an avenue to reach out to the school, she did, right? To the school, like, hey, I'm being bullied. I feel like I don't feel good at all.
Yeah.
So like the actions were delayed. I think that really says a lot about what else do we have to do, or what else can we do like in the society to help with like the situation. All right, so let's do a little bit of like scenario playing. So if your friend, okay, or your acquaintance, your close friend, whoever comes up to you guys and confide in you and say, I'm not feeling too good, right? Imagine, okay, for example, like Ying-Xuan, say, Ying-Xuan, like recently I don't feel too good. I'm a bit hurt by some of the comments that I receive online, and I'm just minding my own business, right? Why do people want to be sending me such comments? So what would you say?
I think I'll definitely ask them to go and speak to their teachers, their parents, or seek help, like the official website, all this stuff. And then if she's more comfortable talking to me first, I can be her listening ear, and then I can also tell her my experience and explain to her how to handle stuff like that, and then make her feel better. Then if she want to look for me, I can like be there anytime for her.
So on another school of thought is that people say that if you want to put yourself out there on social media, right, for these content to be showed up, you wanted to put it out there, right? And you should be prepared to be receiving such comments. And you should be ready to deal with this kind of comments. What are your thoughts about this,
I think you'll never be prepared. You just never be prepared to, as much as you say, I'll take it. When it hits you on the dot, because of the amount of, let's say, for me, I do, let's say, cooking content. If you put in so many hours into that shoot or that episode, and you just see someone just take 2 seconds of their time and just throw out that comment without actually seeing it, you're just like, what? So I think it's all about practice. It's really about just getting used to it. Same thing with a lot of things. You just got to get used to it. Exactly like what you said, social media, you gotta somewhat be prepared for it. It's almost voluntary. But in terms of bullying, like we said in the case study of that school, it's a little harder to cope with. It's a place that she goes to every day on weekdays for about 8 hours, like few hours, but that's majority of her week. So I think it's very important to know your support system. And if you really don't have a support system, it's very important to know what you want and know how to distance yourself.
Good point that you will never be prepared for it. Or if you could be prepared for it, sometimes when it hits you, you can't help but feel like,
Right.
why is this happening to me again?
You still feel it.
Yeah, you'll still feel it, like no matter, it's just how much the damage is to you.
Right.
You can do like your own damage control.
Right.
Yeah, lowering it, like, I expected this lah, let it slide. Right? Yeah, okay. How about you, Grace? Any thoughts on if you want to put yourself out there, just be prepared for it.
I mean, like, if you really use social media, right, it comes in a package, like as I mentioned earlier, like it's inevitable that you can't please everyone, and everyone has like their own beliefs and like.
Right.
I don't know. I think we just cannot really take things personally, but then we also have to remind ourselves that like, I don't know, like just like really know who you are, then you won't really let like a silly little comment like really affect you too much. But if it really does, then it's important to like have a support system, like what John said, and like, just like what you do, also report the comment to TikTok or Instagram. And
yeah, it's actually quite fast. Like within like, I don't know, 1 to 2 hours, either they'll take down the comments or report like violation. So I think it is a good point that TikTok has done, to help with all these kind of things. Yeah, and to all those like haters out there, those who have any hateful comments, do you have anything to say to them? Do you guys have anything to say to these people who, you know, put out these comments, right?
Honestly, I've seen on social media someone like I'm not sure if you all know Gary Vaynerchuk.
I love him.
Yeah.
Yes.
He says when someone hates on you, you gotta show compassion because they are in a worse place than you. And the fact that you put it out there for everyone to see, it shows. It shows. So when he gets a hateful comment, he actually asks them how are they. Because I heard from one of his videos, like he said someone commented on his post negatively and he checked their account.
Right.
So when he checked their account, he said he commented on one of the guys post saying, "Oh, I really love what you're posting," because I think he did some form of like content creation as well, and then he was like, "Oh, thanks," because he was really like so you could see they are just some people are actually missing what they are not doing. They're missing that sense of love and compassion. So as a result, it leads to them hating because that's all they probably have.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, you know. So instead of like feeling bad about it, instead of thinking that it's targeted to you, you know, we think from another person's perspective. So, Yingshen, do you have anything to add on to, you know, what do you have to say to these people who shows hateful comments?
I don't have anything to say to them, but for those who are experiencing cyberbullying, just know you're worth a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, right? You're worth a lot, and yeah, like don't let these small tiny people with I don't know, with a long username that seems like a Wi-Fi password or something, yeah, let them affect you because you don't even know them, right?
Yeah.
And they don't even know you, right?
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Okay, what about Grace?
To my haters, I know you guys are my number one fan. No, I don't know haters hopefully, but like what like John shared, like I really choose to approach things with like compassion, kindness, love, and like just have empathy for them, Lord. Like it doesn't really bother me much. Like I think I just really don't care.
Right, I think we could maybe think a little bit more positive, right? If they could be commenting on your page, means they pay attention to you, right?
Yeah.
So I say they are my fans.
Yeah, your fans, correct?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Like one very good piece of advice I got also from Gary. It's that if you try to avoid the bad comments, don't take it too hard. Likewise, you should not take the good comments too much.
Yeah.
Because when you let both sides of the coin dictate your mood too much,
Steer you,
when
right?
you don't have good comments, you'll get emotional. Because you're like,
Correct.
am I not good enough? You need that validation. And if you have bad comments, you take that to heart again and you think, am I really that bad? The fact that you're able to put yourself out there, showing that vulnerability, that transparency, it says a lot.
It says a lot, right?
Yeah.
To have that courage to even be on there. Yeah, so I think that's very interesting. We've got very good ways that you could be handling the situation. Right now, we're gonna discuss things, okay? So you guys know the celebrity busker Jeff Ng. Anyone has heard of him
Yeah,
before?
he's gotten very hot lately.
Very hot, but for what reason? Okay, so there are a lot of he was very popular, right? He was singing outside cafes, so there's just a small background, and he has garnered a large fan base, a very, very large fan base, because of how well he can sing, right? But suddenly, overnight, his fame got overturned,
Right.
right? Because of public opinions, the
voice of others.
right, the voice about it. And you know, for this, people even created hate fan page, right, to hate on him. Okay, so what do you guys think? Is this a form of cyberbullying? Is this like a public vengeance on Jeff, on his actions that he did previously?
I think it's just how they like to build a hero to fail. They like seeing celebrities have an underdog story, and then they like to see them fail. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but this was from the words of his ex, right? That he was a bad person, and so people love to focus on the bad things. The moment they find something to hate on, or the thing to put that person down, they will nail them to the coffin.
Okay, so moving on to Yingxuan, what do you think about this whole episode? It was so bad to the fact that he had an upcoming concert and everything was cancelled because of how the public viewed him at that point in time.
Definitely I will feel very depressed because I thought if it's me, I would thought that I made an achievement, but everything was just ruined.
Yeah, so it was like overnight gone, right? And not only his ex-girlfriend, came out to speak badly about him, even his past business partners, right? He used to perform in like pubs and like cafes, and everyone gave a dirty episode or sort about him. And what do you think? Should we believe in these opinions?
It's everyone's choice to see if they want to believe or not. And I believe that whatever the past is the past, everyone should understand. Everyone makes mistakes. And I feel everyone else should be more forgiving. And I don't think that whatever he did in the past relates to what he is doing now.
If he hadn't been such a, I don't know, maybe he was a nice guy, maybe he was a not so nice guy, we don't know the truth. But, based on what other people say, it seems like he's not that nice guy, right? So did he bring this upon himself? Did he ask for it? What do you think?
I think karma's a bitch. But okay lah. All in all, I think he should probably thought to treat people with kindness, and even people right now, the haters and whatever, should have more empathy, compassion, that know that humans aren't perfect, we are bound to make mistakes.
That's true.
And just to approach everyone with kindness really, and love. Yeah, that's
Peace.
all. Yeah, peace and love.
And love. Right. So I guess he also, now we all know that, right? The past is the past, okay? And we do hope that the public could be a little bit more forgiving because he's a very talented musician after all.
I mean,
Wait, what do you have to say about that?
You said because he's a good musician, right? But I think, would it be different if he was a bad musician?
Yeah.
Right? I think that's the problem, right? It's because he was an overnight sensation that he's getting hate, and then we're looking at it, he should be forgiven because he's a good singer. So it's a really double-edged sword. Exactly like you say, he's a good singer. So we shouldn't confuse that you're paying for his music, not the type of person he is.
Yeah, not what he did in the
Yeah,
past or
right,
his
right.
own life, his own personal life.
You get very
'cause-
emotional with that.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You go to a restaurant, you're gonna care whether the cook does, the chef inside the kitchen is over there, caring whether he beats his wife or not. It's like, no, if the food's good, the food's good.
But that's different. But because they are not, showing their face in the public,
Right. But you're buying his music, am I right? So I think it likewise, you're showing your face as let's say the maitre d', the main front of house. He could also be an ass, but if he gives you good service, he listens to you well at work, you wouldn't care. But because he's a celebrity, now he is subjected to judgment of his personal life.
So good that we have all this from you guys. I think, we have very interesting ideas and thoughts as well as possible solutions that, if anyone out there is facing cyberbullying, okay, I think I like what you guys say. You say you are worth a lot. I think that stuck to my head, right? You're worth a lot. Karma's a bitch. So remember everybody, if you want to be a public figure or if you aspire to be, or actually even if you're not, don't do things the wrong way or don't treat other people in a way that you don't want to be treated, right? You don't want to be treated. Yeah. So I think that's good. Is there anything else that you guys want to add on? Any PSA, any public service announcement that you feel so strongly about cyberbullying?
Still know your worth and try not to get very affected by it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So don't get too affected by it. I think.
I second that. For
Yeah,
sure.
right. And practice makes perfect. So if you get hit the first time, maybe you'll feel,
Oh yeah, it's
Right?
it's an experience to
it's
feel.
an experience. Okay, so
Yeah.
everyone, it's all an experience. Take it in a good way, take it in a very positive way. And And with that, thank you, Grace, Ancient, and John, for joining us
No
today.
problem. Thank you for having
Okay, and for all of you guys out there, if you are facing any cyberbullying episodes or whatnot, there will be a list of people, okay, or organizations that we'll be putting down below. Call their hotline if you need any particular help. It is important to reach out to help. Okay, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of strength, because you stepped out, okay, you took the courage to do so, right? You all agree?
Being vulnerable.
Yeah, being vulnerable, you put yourself out there. So kudos to you. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, please like us, okay? Share as well as subscribe, and give us a comment if you face any cyberbullying or any thoughts or comments to those who are cyberbullying. And with that, till the next episode of Would You Rather?
Bye.